This video provides a quick overview on the Bologna process. What is it, how it works, and what are its goals and its achievements? So, what is the Bologna process, and how did it all begin? It started back in 1998 with the Sorbonne Declaration, signed by the ministers of education from France, Germany, Italy, and the UK. This declaration announced the signatory countries would harmonize their degree structures. A year later, in Bologna, 29 countries from all across Europe, including the four of the Sorbonne Declaration, agreed on a shared vision to work towards creating a common European higher education area. The Bologna Declaration underlined the importance of education and educational cooperation in the development and strengthening of stable, peaceful, and democratic societies. The Bologna process was born with the main goal of making the higher education systems more compatible, in order to enable mobility of students and staff, to offer easily readable and comparable degrees across Europe, and to enhance the international visibility, competitiveness, and recognition of European higher education across the world. Now the European scheme of 3 cycles is well recognized: bachelor, master, and doctorate. The European degree system was defined through credits, taking the already existing European credit transfer and accumulation system as a starting point. ECTS had already been developed for Erasmus students' mobility to increase transparency and facilitate recognition after mobility periods. At the same time, the countries participating in the Bologna process agreed to develop a European framework for quality assurance, a common understanding of quality and basic quality standards. This is still an important precondition of trust, international cooperation, and mobility. From its promising beginning with 29 countries in 1999, the Bologna process expanded to 47 countries in 2010, culminating with the creation of the European higher education area, which is probably the most inclusive and cohesive higher education macro-region. The Bologna process is an intergovernmental process for coordinated higher education reforms among different European systems. In addition to governmental representatives, several key higher education stakeholder organizations play an important role in the EHEA. From the early days, the process has included the European-level representative bodies of higher education institutions, staff, quality assurances agencies, and employers. One particular merit of the EHEA is that it has recognized and supported the involvement of students in shaping higher education reforms. EHEA means over 4,000 institutions and 38 million students in total. To ensure continuous progress, every 2 to 3 years, ministerial conferences bring together all the EHEA members to assess progress and also to identify emerging topics or topics that still require work. In between the ministerial conferences, work is organized by the Bologna Follow-up Group, or BFUG in short. The BFUG is formed of representatives of 2 main groups. First, the country members, of which 47 are now active, plus the European Commission. Second, 8 consultative members, which are the Council of Europe, UNESCO, and European organizations that represent students, staff, higher education institutions, quality assurance agencies, and employers. So, if all this is done, why is the Bologna process continuing? Because it is not yet fully implemented everywhere, and even countries which have implemented the Bologna process reforms well see some need for improvement. In addition, there are changes taking place in higher education, but also generally in society, and this requires all countries, even those doing well with the reforms, to readjust and enhance. For example, there are changes due to digitalization and to AI. There are new education formats such as micro-credentials. There are changing demands of students and society, not to speak of the challenges of sustainability. And there you have it, a glimpse into the Bologna process and the European higher education area. From its inception in the late 1990s to the present day, it continues to shape the higher education landscape in Europe. Most importantly, it helped transform higher education in Europe into European higher education, with more possibilities to cooperate, study, and work in other countries. But all this is not static, but an ongoing process. Learn more at eaga.info. And if you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more content. Until next time, stay curious and help us transform education together.